The voice actor for Master Chief, Steve Downes, just confirmed some massive information that we were all expecting for the huge announcement coming this month for the Halo franchise. And we actually had some specific dates revealed, which surprised me about that information. What could this news be, and what can we expect? Well, make sure you stay tuned throughout the whole video to understand all the details. Recently on Twitter, our favorite green mean fighting machine voice actor, Steve Downes, recently posted this on Twitter saying, "Rep for our girl Jen Taylor in Chicago this past weekend. Jen and I can't wait to see you guys at Halo World Championships in Seattle, October 24th and 25th. P.S. Big news a-coming." Now this could be just pure speculation, or maybe something he's just trying to optimize SEO when it comes to his tweets here, but he also did happen to highlight Combat Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 4, 5, and Infinite. Now, I wouldn't read too much into those tweets or the hashtags in the tweet right there, but I think it's just kind of interesting to point out. But obviously, we do know we're going to get some massive news about Halo this month, about the future of the franchise, the new developments that they're currently working on, and projects, and hopefully awesome new games. Now, I talked about this in great detail on a previous video saying the future of Halo. If you guys see this video here, make sure you go check that out. Get all the details of what to expect this coming HCS event, guys. So if you want to keep all the details, that's the video to check out. But in this one, we're going to go over quickly what we might expect, such as a Combat Evolved remaster in Unreal Engine 5, and also potentially a release on PlayStation. The leftover remnants of what the Battle Royale was going to be for Halo Infinite, now referred to as Project ekur, and currently Certain Affinity is in charge of that project. Data miners have also found a near confirmation of certainty of Halo coming over the PlayStation, and likely with this HCS event would be a perfect opportunity to make that announcement of coming over the PlayStation. And there was also this very cryptic tweet from Grunt.dat API that was just this. It was a shooting star, but this guy is a diehard Halo fan. I've talked to him directly. I reached out to him directly, like, what do you mean by this guy? He kept it very cryptic and didn't explain anything, but the first thing that comes to my mind is this right here. This is the beginning scene of Halo 3. As you can see, this is most mimicking a comment as possible when it comes to anything Halo related. So this could potentially mean a hint and a wink and a nod to Halo 3 Remastered. But a lot of things to take in consideration, what to actually expect. I mean, we're definitely gonna get that Halo CE remake. I mean, we've been hearing leaks and rumors about it. Some very credible leaks as well for years now at this point. But everything else is much more secondary news and info. Like could be possible, could be in early development. Again, we're still trying to learn out exactly what those details might just be. Though I would say the most obvious things to expect for this HCS reveal are going to be the Halo Combat Evolved remake, and very, very likely an announcement to move over the PlayStation. So I do have to say, when you get this type of a big news coming hint from Steve Downes, Master Chief himself, it definitely makes you feel like the Master Chief is going to be involved with these changes or new games in some type of capacity. Now, obviously, he could just be trying to hype up Halo Worlds, which he'll be at, which he's done previously for pictures and signings and things like that. But mentioning the PS, a big news to come in, just makes you feel like there's going to be something of true substance that Halo fans are really going to be excited about. Now, I know a lot of people are very excited about the CE remake, but don't get too excited about it because it does seem like it's going to be a campaign-only experience. Now, I've also heard other rumblings from other credible sources about this, and it does seem to line up with what people are talking about, which honestly, for me, a Combat Evolved remake in campaign only, honestly, I'm kind of fine with that. Like, CE's multiplayer is fully functional in MCC. If you want to play that, there's your opportunity. And yes, I'm sure we all remember the good old days of playing CE's multiplayer is what kind of really kept people playing. It was revolutionary to console gaming back in the day. But now, in 2025, this is, I mean, I don't know if this multiplayer would hold up super well. I mean, like, it's more for the nostalgia's sake. It'd be fun to, you know, support and play for like a month or two or something like that. But afterwards, you probably just go back to whatever game you're regularly playing. And that's kind of what these remasters are really meant to do, just kind of regenerate the hype and get people excited about playing Halo again. And doing it through a campaign-only remake, I think would be an amazing way to do just that. A big source of news for the big HCS event coming out this month, guys, which I will be at. If you guys want to catch me there, make sure to follow the channel. We're going to make a ton of content about this HCS event because we're hyped. We're excited for this. But the Halo community stage is going to be a huge part of the info dump that we're going to get about the future of Halo, where you say right here that they're going to be doing a lot of deep dives about the A New Dawn video that was recently revealed, bringing some more detailed information about the future of Halo's experience. This is all starting on Friday afternoon, October 24th. So you're going to want to make sure you're going to be there up and early when it comes to the community stage, because I do mention that like we're going to be there. We're going to be dropping a lot of info about what it took to make this trailer, what their philosophy is, which kind of gives you an idea of what the future is going to be for the Halo franchise. A very interesting thing about this CE remake that was recently dug up and revealed is that Virtuous Studios are co-developing the CE remake, and it seems like they're going to be doing a very similar strategy as they did to the Oblivion remaster, where in this remaster what they did is actually just layered a nice coat of paint of Unreal Engine 5 over Oblivion, but still had the core engine gameplay mechanics and calculations and physics all done by the original engine, which I think would be the best way to go about doing a Halo CE remaster. I mean, this Oblivion remake was massive for Xbox in the beginning half of the year. Sold like crazy. One of the most popular games they released. Super successful. And the great thing about it too is that it's reintroducing players, or at least giving new players a good launching point for when eventually the Elder Scrolls 6 does release. Now, to bring it back to Halo, this would be an amazing jumping start point for PlayStation fans and people, old returning fans, haven't played in a long time, because a CE remaster will be a great way to just bring that hype back. It's an easy dub for Microsoft. People are going to love it. Everyone who's interested in Halo is going to play it, mainly for the member berries, but it's also going to be a great starting point for a lot of people out there to jump back into the franchise, which is going to generate hype and excitement for whenever the next mainline Halo experience is going to be, either that being Project ekur or what's rumored to be a Halo 7, but nothing official has come out about that. But it seems like the CE remake is going to have some modern updates, which I know a lot of people are not going to be very excited about, but a very credible leaker over here, where Halo Leak said, I can definitely confirm that Halo CE remake will have sprint and modern gameplay mechanics, which hearing that information, I'm sure will definitely make a lot of people not very happy that it's not staying 100% true to the experience of what Combat Evolved have to offer. But I think this, like I said earlier, is having much more functionality to the franchise, where it's going to allow players to be, who are new to the franchise or haven't been playing for a long time, to be familiar with what the future vision of what Halo mechanics are going to be like, right? Having sprint, slide, and clamber and things like that could very much be in the CE remake, which for me, if it's a campaign-only experience, honestly, I'm totally fine with. Which, if you're unfamiliar, Halo 2 was actually developed with sprint in mind, but then they end up having to cut it eventually because there's so much cut content with Halo 2's development. It was the epitome of, well, the worst development cycle possible for any game pretty much ever. So keep in mind that even Bungie had sprint in mind for the Halo games of old. But not everyone likes the idea of modern changes coming to Halo CE. Popular YouTuber Kelski said, I might keep it $1.50. If at any point during the CE remake trailer the weapon lowers into a sprint animation, it's over. But this was said recently by one of the original developers over at Bungie who helped make Combat Evolved, in a reply to Ryan McCaffrey saying, a CE remaster seems wild to me. I just don't get why do you do this, as it's basically on available right now, and it's already in MCC, but I guess bringing over the PlayStation. But he brings up a very interesting point about what they could do with a Combat Evolved remake that I think is something we definitely need to take in consideration. I mean, this guy helped make Halo what it is. That guy being Marcus Leto right here, saying, what if cut missions, weapons, characters, and storyline elements were reintegrated along with more contemporary core mechanics that improve gameplay while remaining faithful to the original. Now, I know a lot of people read this and go, yes, that sounds awesome, but it's pretty vague about like what would be like faithful to a remake of Combat Evolved. I mean, he does also mention about contemporary core mechanics. I mean, when I hear that, I think sprint, clamber, slide. I think of all that kind of stuff when it comes to core mechanics, but you know, everyone thinks mechanics as a different aspect of what makes a great game. But know for sure, people, that I will keep you up to date with all things happening in Halo, especially with these major announcements happening at the HTS event. So make sure you subscribe, like, and all that good stuff, guys. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out.